What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we have the newly released version of the April Fool's Raid, and yeah, this is essentially a more normalized version of the content. Of course, we had a bit of a meme raid on April Fools, but now we've got a normal raid. This is an 8-star difficulty event, which, if you put it into context with the rest of the content that we normally get, 8-star difficulty is very easy, and with the teams you guys are seeing in this video, yeah, it's a pretty easy piece of content, and most people should be able to clear it without too many issues. The main reason why you'd want to clear this content again is if you wanted an unevolved copy of the Luffy, Law, and Kid, or alternatively, you want to just pick up the copies to Level Limit Break and rainbow out the copy that you got during the April Fool's event. So there's going to be 3 separate teams in this video. This first team is thanks to Subconsi, who originally uploaded it. Due to the fact that the April Fool's events released first on the Japanese side of the game, a bunch of the Japanese creators had already essentially figured out the content. So this is the team that he posted, and this team's really good. Of course, utilizing Franky because of the fact that there's damage limiter on stage 3. The enemy doesn't have that much HP, so you can just use the damage limiter to avoid most of the debuffs there, which is great. The new 6+ Dog and Cat is a fantastic character in this event due to their switch effect, removing paralysis, and also them getting access to support Raizo, which removes special bind and paralysis on that stage 3. And then, of course, you've got the ability of their special to give you huge damage increasing effects. With this team, we've got a few supports on the team. You know, we've got the Kuzan, which attaches to Borsalino, so that when we use his special, we can remove 2 turns of defense up, in tandem with the Bobbin to remove additional 4 turns. Well, it's additional 5 turns, but we only need to remove 4 turns of it. And then, of course, we reach the final stage, where the enemy has a bunch of defensive effects, and typically very annoying to get through. But if you have some type of effect that ignores damage effects like this, such as the swap effect of Luffy and Law, you can just completely bypass it and not have to worry about it at all. Moving on to the second team here, this is going to be using both captains as 6+ Dog and Cat. So there's a couple of really key units on the team. The Yamato and Ace are not really required, but having crewmate effects on your crew to increase your stats, or alternatively level limit breaking the free-to-play Magellan, is going to be really key, because his poison effect is very, very useful for stage number 3. Due to the fact that the way that the poison works, it's based off of Magellan's attack. So if Magellan's attack is really high, the amount of toxic damage and poison damage that he does with his special will increase. So with Max Cotton Candy, we can actually kill the Zoro quite comfortably here if we have the special of Magellan, as well as doing normal attack damage to get him to 50% HP, as the poison damage and the normal attacks will be enough to knock him out, which is great. Then we are also using the Raizo support, which attaches to Dog and Cat, which removes 2 turns of paralysis and 2 turns of special bind, so that when we reach with the stage after this, the special bind is completely removed. Additionally, with the level limit break of Carrot here on the team, when we use her special to make her switch into the captain position, we will have the effect of ignoring the damage negating effects with normal attacks, so we can just completely bypass the barriers, the damage nullification on the final stage, which makes things very, very cool. But another thing about Carrot is that her special with level limit break does reduce enemy defense to 0, so we don't have to worry about the enemy's increased defense on this stage either. And then, of course, Zorojiro for the wave clearing on the first 2 stages, just to make the team that much faster. It just works out so well, honestly. So if you're looking for another good speed farming team, this is a very, very solid option. And then finally, with the last team here is going to be the original Speed Farm duo of Dog and Cat, the Dex Super Type and Super Class versions. With this team, Carrot and Wanda is very, very important. We're using the same strategy with Magellan here to deal with Stage 3, and we are also using the Riser, I believe, to get rid of the Paralysis and the Special Bind. But Carrot and Wanda are very important because their special will enable their own normal attacks to bypass defensive effects, because the issue with Dog and Cat, or this version of Dog and Cat, is that you only get the ability to bypass enemy defensive effects if you are above 50% HP, and unfortunately you're not going to have that available at all, unless if you have an effect that can heal you prior to this stage to get you above the 50% threshold with overhealing and stuff like that. It's very, very difficult to do it, so luckily the effective Carrot and Wanda will enable their own normal attacks to bypass the defensive effects, which is the key component as to why this team is actually going to be able to work. As well as on the last stage, you get half your team will get Psi slots and half of your team will get Int slots, so we're just enabling us to get some guaranteed slots through the effect of Hiyori. But realistically, Hiyori could be switched out for any character that enables you to get a slot on Carrot and Wanda. That's the only real thing that is kind of key, I would say. But all in all, that's pretty much it. A very, very easy raid to go ahead and pick up the copies, get your character rainbowed out, use an additional copy, get an additional copy for an unevolved form if you are so inclined to do that. But that is going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, I'll see you guys within the next video.